Hi, good evening. Welcome to Mystic Moons. I hope everyone is doing well today. Today, let's take a little trip, a little soul searching, a little common sense, and a whole lot of ether. To figure out what is always in our faces takes a lot of special time. And today at Mystic Moons, we're going to take that special time and we're going to psych out what's in front of our face. Sometimes what's in our face isn't the most agreeable, and often it's quite disagreeable. And the more disagreeable something is, the more we just go, oh, I can't deal with it. However, today, Mystic Moon listeners, that goes to my subscribers, and thank you for joining. And for those who are just popping in, thank you for joining. We're going to look at Ye West. Now, he's a tired old subject of irrationality, and his Mrs. Bianca Censori. Now, we've been through many things about her. We've also, we said she was two-flamed. We said she was cloned. We said this and we said that. Mystic Moons has said that in the past. However, I have a new theory, which kind of adds up all those things that's already been said. I think that we take a trip to Ye West and Bianca's planet, and we're going to discover something. We're going to ask the spirits just what is up with those rich caricatures, rich something or others. And when I was thinking, I asked the question, are they special agents, elite agents of degenerative social interaction? Are they positioned? They're not extremely talented. I haven't listened to any of Ye West's songs for, if ever. He's more of a personality of nuttiness. And his missus has been his naked woman who has somehow entrance into restaurants, theaters, ball games, all sorts of things, with her ass out and her tits hanging. We all know what she looks like naked. And she's there with her, look at me. And then you would think that a man who needs to have his mate, which, let's think, when you mate with somebody, it's your sexual object as well as other things. Hopefully the sexual object becomes more like, hello, darling, how are you? It becomes more something, hi, Daniel. The sexual object becomes like, part of the package, not the whole package. However, but think of it this way. They go all over the world, mostly in Western countries, flaunting ridiculous sexuality, ridiculous, theater, vaudeville sex, group sex. I get hot because you watch me jerk off. You watch me. Now, one would be inclined to think a variety of things. But let's go one step behind, besides the libido element, the heavy breathing, and let's think about what's the real deal. Now, we've always heard in wars, there's always been double agents transferring information or, whatever a terrorist would do. In other words, whatever an operative would do, a special ops, a spy. Well, what if you thought of Ye West and his missus as a couple of spies infiltrating, for lack of a better word, relationships, men, women, opposite men and women relationships. You have a man who's going around and keeping a woman, his woman, on a leash. It appears to be. However, it may not be. It may be the opposite. A lot of pets take over their owners. How many dogs walk their owners, and how many cats control their households? So it's all these things. These like if lines. So we're going to ask. Excuse me. We're going to ask the spirits, are they high-level operatives, elite social degenerate degenerative operatives who are trying to bring down the folds of relationships between men and women. Oh, that's what they're hired for. Because how come you go out into a restaurant with no pants on, no shirt on, and you sit down, they don't even want you to sit down your gooey self on a chair. Come on. We all know that. We all know what is what with body functions. And to have somebody have the luxury, not even luxury, of the audacity to go around and look at my hiney, look at my hiney, look at my tits. I mean, come on, what is this? I mean, come on, get some sense. This is an operation to cast off, to cast down men and relationships. Hello, Jean. How are you? Janelle, Ellie. Hi, are you? Don't you think it's kind of strange that they get around? You go around without your pants on, without your shirt on, and see how far can you get it? Can you even order a takeout at McDonald's? I know they throw you in jail for indecency. However, this has been going all over the world. Look at this, look at that, look at this, and they go, "Oh, it's her tits again. Oh, it's her derriere again. Oh, and look at no, no. It's the devaluing of women. Essentially, it's the devaluing of women. It doesn't matter if it's like in her case, okay, let's say a white woman, right? But the point of the matter is, the color is immaterial. It's the woman who is being devalued by a maniac. Talent, that's not artistic. Art is not that. Art is moving a society in a direction of answer that. Do you have the of? I mean, their art moves the society in a direction of decay. They are decay elements. Yes, and they're boring to talk about, but if you look at them in the light of being special ops. Now let's ask the spirit, are these two individuals special decay ops, to destroy womanhood, to destroy marriage, to destroy. They're not to build. They're not builders. They're not watchers. They are filthy, filthy. Their lyrics are filthy. Their style is filthy. They ooze repulsiveness. They ooze. They're like pus. You know when you have a pimple and it has to be, and it grows bigger and bigger until it just oozes? Well, that's what they feel like. I'm going to just see. Now I'm asking, are these double agents being paid by someone? Someone who loves to see this trash. It is trash. It's not style. It's not sex. And you would think, now, logically speaking, psychically speaking, if you needed that much stimulation to get it on with your partner sexually, what does that say? That says your libido's very pathetic. Or you really don't like the opposite sex. You're maybe a same sex person and you're just being triggered because you're being paid to trigger. I think they're being paid enormous sums to trigger decadence, because that would be par the course of society, Western society's failure to pull it together, to have any sense, morals, or ambitions, or this and that. In other words, they are disruptive agents. They are not the agents of builders. They are not the agents of growth. I mean, what is she going to grow? A third tit under her armpit or something? I mean, we've seen two tits. We've seen two cheeks tiny. And we've seen her like spindly self walking around. We've seen her, okay? And looking around, oh, really? Now, we always knew that she knew Two Flame Bianca knew what she's doing. It was never coercion. However, they're paid to do this because they're not in jail. They continue to do this. Okay, the first card we get is the Six of Wands. Okay, Six of Wands. Now, the Six of Wands, what does that tell you? That tells you like they're being exalted, they're being paid. Okay. The Six of Wands is like, a whole lot of support and like, look at me, I'm triumphant, which means they're bankrolled by somebody to do this crap. They're being bankrolled, protected, etc., 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 to be agents of decay. Agents of decay. Oh, and look at this. We have the Emperor. Now we know this isn't Ye West. He is not the Emperor. He is putting on a show that he is being paid. It's called guerrilla theater. Guerrilla theater. It's when you see guerrilla theater on the streets of some urban city or transportation, plane, train station, and they're being payrolled by someone. I don't know what country this someone is, but he's extremely wealthy and he's just chuckling. It's, it's the same thing as like the chemtrails that they play in the sky. They're not putting rose hips and vitamin C in the sky. Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. They're putting aluminum, strontium, etc., 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 etc. in the sky because it's good for us. Now, the same element is put to Ye West and his missus, Bianca, Bianca, Bianca. Now, we know that this payroll. All right. And the next thing we have here is the Nine of Pentacles. Oh, they're getting so much money. Oh, there's so much. This is so much positivity. And the fact that they are blanking, decay, degenerative, civil agents. They're injected into society to help trash up the population's mind, the population's goal. And it's so humorous. Be trashy, have no values, and you're worthless. You're worthless because, of course, there's no jobs. There's no this, no that, blah 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 blah. The list is endless. Now, the next thing we get here on this spy couple is we get the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles. Now, I wouldn't take that as like the lack of dough, the lack, Five of Coins. I wouldn't take this as a lack. I would take this as a psychological direction that they are directing the gazers of their scene. They're going, and they go around with so stupid lyrics. I mean, are they poets? Is Ye a poet anymore? Did he lose the ability to use language in a way that is motivating society or triggering society for growth? No, he's just there to be civil disruption. And his word choices is always, as usual, limited, 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 limited. For all that money, all that wealth, all that so-called clout, where does he take it? He takes you straight to the toilet. Straight to the toilet for you to be flushed down in idiocy. 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 And you could say, oh, you just don't understand. First of all, his music is at least 50 years old. 50 years, probably older, probably older. It's nothing new what he does. It's nothing new. Except now the fact that they're devaluing women as cattle, as sheep, as objects. Expectation is off the charts. It's like, dog. Not even a dog gets treated better. A dog gets treated better. So, and we can see they're bankrolled by somebody who, they don't care what you and I think. No, because they're getting paid elsewhere. The thing at the Grammys, I mean, everybody, they're getting paid. Did he get thrown in jail for that? Oh, no. And all this like useless talk. Oh, and the Daily Mail write-ups they get constantly. No, they get so much publicity. Oh, they're flying high on their sleaze trip. They are sleaze agents. Their motive is to bring down society to a sleazy, untouchable, uncreative, non-creative piece of poop mentality. piece of poop. That's what they're telling you and I, that we are pieces of poop, because you are, look at my duty hole. Look at my this, look at my that. There's nothing elevating about their performance art. It's crap. It's crap. It's crap. You might as well go to a city zoo and go look at like some zebras and four-legged animal who don't wear any clothes. You probably would get more inspiration. More inspiration. Well, I'm saying the fact that they're bankrolled by some really big shot dealer who is having the laugh of his life or her life, but they are having a good time rotting the rest of the world with their agents out there taking little journeys, cruises into the hearts and minds of whomever looks at their ridiculous showmanship. So I can say yes, there's a strong possibility, spirits, that Ye West and Bianca Censori are elite, civil, degenerative agents, spies for someone. It's not for you and I, but it's like, refuse it, because they're nothing but toys, puppets, paid puppets. And they're giggling all the way to the bank, giggling all the way. It's rather disgusting, isn't it? It's rather disgusting. And this is our Five of Pentacles. Loss of morale, their effect. Loss of morale, loss of dignity for women, loss of maturity for males, loss of normal sex drive for men and women, advertising porn. They probably have one, their host is probably heavy in the porn business, their host, among other organizations. The whole thing is to enslave and trap normal human, healthy desire. And they're not poets. They're not poets. They have nothing really to say. They're used up, spent up, and they should be ignored. But as long as we know that they're agents of decay, well, if you want to watch, you probably would go down to the waste management plant and get more where they get the sewage and separate the sewage, blah, 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 blah. You probably get more brain matter going on if you did that than pay attention to their tiresome, worn out, repetitive antics. All right, so I have said my piece. I thank you for listening to our collective psychic opinions, feelings, energies. But feel their energy. It's rot, isn't it? It's rot. It's rot towards women. And all of us has had a mother, a sister, a niece, an aunt, females in our lives that we have admired and females we've despised too. But is this deserving of women? This outlook, this horizon, this fall of womanhood? It's just another senseless journey of which Adam and Eve out of the garden. I mean, it's just tiresome. Don't you think so? Do you think this is a healthy thing? Or what are your comments? Do you agree that they very well could be operatives, spies? I mean, some people are put into society, put fear in other societies. Some people are there to collect information. Some people are there to plant bombs. Well, besides physical bombs, there are thought bombs, there's moral bombs. There's lots of different drones of action. We are mental, spiritual, and physical entities. All of us are. These people are definitely not targeting the masses in a healthy manner. That's obvious. Hello, how are you? Hi, Gabrielle. How are you doing? What do you think, Gabrielle? Don't you think it's rather tacky, tacky, tacky? Tacky, tacky, tacky? Don't you think so? It's like, it's too well planned. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. Yes, I mean, what do you think, Jean? I said your name wrong. Hello, hello, hello. Daniel, are you still there? Well, I mean, what do you think? I mean, you try it. You walk around. Oh, you forgot to get dressed this morning. I just ran out with only my, well, nothing. Oh, how far would you get? How far would you get? You got to look at things like that. You got to look at, like, I mean, it used to be you had talent, you get up on stage and you sang a song, you made everybody feel good. Or, I mean, and then you had people that sang in, transportation, in the subway, they sang on the train, they sang on airports, stuff like that. Or circus, right? Outdoor circus, indoor circus. And now you have people that going around, my God, I'm eating, my food, at a restaurant, and then I see this huge naked buttocks behind and sits down on a chair that I could very well sit down and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, oh, puke me, puke me, puke me. Like, I really care to see that. And what's going to happen too when, all right, right now we have like certain kind of age of women going around naked, or she's like promoting that you should be naked. Not Brenda, Bianca. And so is Ye West. What's going to happen when the granny, some 80-year-old, comes in naked, right? With a little tongue, a little string up the crack of her backside. Or a guy does the same thing. They do it. I've seen it. And it's not very pleasant. It's not very pleasant. However, well, we all know that this sucks. And we all know that, like, what the deal is. It's like, live like a porn star and you'll be happy. You won't be happy, but you'll be listening to more flushing, toilet flushing activity. It's kind of it. It's like thumbs down for that, for what they offer. So anyway, we have decided, spirits have shown us the way, that they are quite well financed, and they are there to bring us down, to make us mentally and spiritually impoverished. That's it. Okay, guys, I'm going to split. This is like, enough on the subject, but I just think, think about it. Think about Ye West and what he offers, what he brings to the table, his whole stench, and his missus, Bianca. Okay, Two Flames Bianca. And yeah, I think he has a lot of sexual problems. A lot. A lot. And he needs a lot of stimulation, obviously. Well, we won't go into that, but the main thing was to find out if they're spies, if they're corruption, decay spies, and they are. They try to inject themselves wherever they can because they're being financed by a high level host of the porn industry, among other things. The main thing is to weaken the American, the Western civilization's family unit, relationship unit, core values. They are destructive towards core values. All right, I'm gonna end this, but I've said my piece, and we taken a little tarot reading about it, and well, all the handwriting is there. Mark of the spy ring, the sabotage, covert activity. It's obvious. Okay. Well, until the next time, and thank you very much. Bye bye.